And a warm good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are looking at Hurricane Field, and you are watching the Spring Hill College Badgers take on Georgia Southwestern State University Lady Hurricanes. Women's soccer action, the nightcap of our non-conference doubleheader that went on today. The men suffered a 2-0 setback to Faulkner University in the opening match today. Now we've got the Badgers, and it's good to get back to a little NCAA Division II opposition. A lot of NAIA folks, and that's nothing wrong with that, but it's good to. We had a little mix-up with the rule, and Coach understanding the re-entry in the last one, or at least perhaps it was more the referee's explanation of the situation to him. I'm sure he's been to a couple of NCAA schools before, but good to have everybody on the same page. Let's just put it that way. Women's action, Spring Hill College looking for their first win of this early 2019 season, and Georgia Southwestern with an even mark of 1-1. The Lady Hurricanes won their home opener back on Thursday, September 5th, when we had post-match fireworks. No fireworks tonight. Hopefully the ladies can take care of that themselves, provide a little offensive spark. Tonight, our special promotion is the Surges Splash Zone. As you'll look over, and we'll kind of shoot the camera a little bit later once we're out of play and we're in a break at halftime. But the kids enjoying the water slide obstacle course that's just behind the goal that GSW is attacking here in the first half. The Lady Hurricanes in their white Adidas tops. They've got the collegiate gold sleeves, the collegiate gold numbers, and that collegiate navy shorts. Spring Hill with the black kits. The Badgers are clad in black from head to toe. Nice white, bright white numbers for us to make up here, as well as the white piping down the sides, as well as in the black socks to go with it. So this should be a good matchup. Again, the Badgers and Lady Canes, familiar foes. They played each other a couple of times, renewed this rivalry or all-time series. They've met a couple times and got back after a slight hiatus, got things back going again last year. Lady Hurricanes with a 1-goal victory. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. Lots of wonderful graphics to bring your way as this one's kicked out. We will, we'll come back. We'll come back to that. You do what you got to do on that one. I'm going to run down the starting 11 for those of you that are just tuning in. First, we'll introduce you to the visiting Badgers from Spring Hill College. The goalkeeper, number 33, is Kira Babiarts. And I apologize in advance for any butchered names here, but we'll give it a shot. Joining Kira on the field, number 2, Morgan Spivey. Number 6, Kylie Long. Number 10, Maggie Van Den Hoover. Number 12, Libby Duro. Number 15, Kylie Harrell. Number 16, Johanna Meister. Number 17 is Carson Reeves. Number 18, Sophie Bailey. Number 19, Corina Soto. And number 23, Grace Riley. So that's a sophomore, freshman, sophomores. Junior, senior is Meister. Freshman, sophomore. So a very young team for Emily, and I'll get this wrong, but we'll try it. Either Marcoulier or Marcoulier. Marcoulier, maybe. Emily guiding the Badgers into battle here. They've played one foe that the Lady Canes will see later this season, Albany State, and dropped a 4-2 decision to the Golden Rams. They're a new member of the Peach Belt Conference, only in women's soccer, and they're starting their maiden voyage in the conference this year. So that's perhaps a measuring stick, a 4-2 win for Albany State over the Badgers. I think that might have been their last match. I'll have to double check on that. So we'll take a look at the starters tonight for head coach Enrique Rodriguez in his 3rd season at the helm. The Lady Hurricanes, how's everything? Are we clear? We're dark? We're clear? Good. Okay. Hers is which one? Is a little dark. Corner kick coming up, I believe, for the Badgers. Let's see who's going to. Looks like that'll be 23 trotting down into the corner to take the goal corner kick. Grace Riley, the sophomore from Covington, Louisiana. Kick is up. Good kick, whistle blown, and they'll go to the Lady Hurricanes. So we'll run down tonight's starters for GSW, starting off with our goalkeeper. It is number 1, Hannah Marone. Joining Hannah on the pitch this evening is number 2, Liz. I go Liz. Liz Cervantes, there she is right there. Also in the starting 11, number 4, the senior Michelle Gustafson. Number 6, freshman Lexi Henderson. Number 10 is sophomore Eduarda Giusti. Number 13, freshman Emma Carter. Number 14, another freshman, Geraldine Alvarez. Number 16 is a junior, transfer in, Laura Duran Blanco. Number 17, returning player, is sophomore Ashlyn Baker. Number 20, newcomer freshman Peyton Johnson. And returning, she was injured a lot of last year, so it's good to see her back and in the starting lineup, sophomore number 22, Emily Collum. The assistant coach to Enrique is Katie Roberts in her second season, a product of the University of Buffalo. She had a nice collegiate career. I'm going to open it up just a little bit. Baker with a shot down the side. Hurricanes on the attack. Just outside the long kick. Diving stop and a nice save made by the keeper for Spring Hill. Bebiers. We're going to compare our two keepers, look at some of the stats here when we have the next opportunity. We'll wait for the ball to kind of get out of play. That's off, so that's about as good as it's going to get. Just a little bit. Oh, that's too much, huh? No, you're okay. You're okay. I was a little aggressive in my... Yeah, it'll be all right. I'm going to go turn hers up a little bit downstairs. Get some of these colors a little better for you as we shift from day to night. Make sure we've got things looking decent on your screen. And we'll be back and let you just enjoy some of the sounds of the game here for just a moment.
The Spring Hill goal was scored by number 17, Carson Reeves.
So just like that, the visiting Badgers take the early lead. We're less than 15 into this one, and the Badgers now, off the boot of Carson Reeves, take the early lead. Lady Canes with a little work to do, so we'll wait on the next, when we get to a little break in the action. We'll throw up a graphic on there for you to kind of take a look and compare our two goalkeepers coming into action tonight. We'll show you the keeper comparison as well as the player to watch, the offensive leader for each of the teams. Tell you what, better yet, let's do the Spring Hill Bullet since we got a little bit of slowdown here. So for those of you unaware, Spring Hill College is in Mobile, Alabama. This is their first road match of the season. This is the third overall. Both first two are at home. They lost a 4-2 decision. As I mentioned, the new Peach Belt Conference member, Albany State, back on Sunday. That was their last match. It's a common opponent that the Lady Canes will play a little bit later this season. As we roll down the starting lineup, you heard me mention sophomore, freshman, and keep going. There's only 2 seniors on the entire roster. This a young roster for the Badgers from Spring Hill College. Yeah, that's good. So far, the Lady Hurricanes this season, 1-1 record. I mentioned they won their opener against Bruton Parker College, NAIA school. 1-0 on opening night, Thursday, September 5th, when we had our fireworks. Post-match fireworks, huge crowd on hand from the community to watch the fireworks show. And it was we thought the last year's was good. This one was even better. Good stuff. So that was a nice night for the fans. And we got the home victory. At Middle Georgia this past Tuesday, however, it didn't fare quite as well. The Lady Hurricanes fell behind early, trailed by 4 goals at one point. It was 4-0 the final, and that one 5-2. But the Lady Hurricanes with an opportunity to score, rolling off the post. And an unbelievable attempt and an opportunity to score, the ball trickling, rolling in slow motion towards the post until it hit it and then bounced, of course, away from a score. So the Lady Hurricanes with some unfortunate luck there. But in all fairness, with the Parkers from Bruton Parker, the Barons had about 3 shots like that in the opener. So maybe things even out as things work out there. But let's just leave ours as 1 close call. We don't want 3 like Bruton Parker had on the home opener. Middle Georgia again had a 4-0 lead and went on to win 5-2. Goals from Allison Rugel and Geraldine Alvarez, I believe, was the other one in that match. They made it 4-1. Middle Georgia went up 5-1. GSW closed it out at 5-2. Nice crowd on hand as things cool down. We had over 300 here at least during the men's match and end of the men's match, and I would think most of them stuck around for the women's action to follow. See a few new folks over on the berm about down in the area of where they'll be throwing this ball in. No, I take that back. It's a kick. Well, mental lapse here as we move into match number 2. Folks enjoying the water slides. They've got till, well, 8 o'clock, so the water slide portion of the evening is coming to a close here shortly. And then they'll have to grab their towels and move back in and on the hill and watch the rest of this one and cheer the Lady Hurricanes on. Surges Splash Zone. I think this is about the 3rd or 4th year that we've had the inflatable water slide. This year with an obstacle course twist. And well received as our youth soccer night also here at the pitch, and a lot of youngsters, especially a big nice group from Sly County, supportive of our efforts and the opportunity to meet the Lady Hurricanes and the Hurricanes, the men's team, earlier today. So I never have been teasing you with this goalie comparison. We'll wait till we get another. That would have been a nice break, but something tells me we'll have the ball go out a time or 2 more before this is all said and done. Throw in coming just under our broadcast tower. You see the railing there on your screen. Let's take a look at what the weather is. This wind was blowing a nice little breeze up in the tower earlier as we approach 8 o'clock Eastern. 86 and clear is what my phone is telling me. Winds, northeast winds, 6 miles an hour, so a little breeze here and there. It's kind of still at the moment. The flag's draped down, not moving. Feels good when it does kick through here, but now we're finally dipped under that 90-degree mark where we were earlier today. Setting up for the free kick here. The Lady Canes will see. They can't deliver the equalizer. They've got to get back in this one. Falling behind early. Here's the punch in, headed away. So we'll take a look. Actually, you got that queued up now. That's all right. Let's take a look real quick. There's a peek at our goalie comparison heading into things tonight. Kira Bebiers. I hope I get that right. Both her and Hannah Marone dueling it out tonight, equal in minutes. Spring Hill keeper has allowed a few more goals, but had to make a few more saves. The goals against average, there you see on your screen. That's a look at our keeper comparison heading into action tonight. Young Harris. They had the black, kind of similar black and purple colors. Spring Hill College looks to make a substitution at the next possible opportunity, and it looks like there'll be a couple of Lady Hurricanes joining her on the field when the ball is put out of play. Number 13 for Spring Hill is Sydney Spivey, and I believe Allison Rugel, number 8 for the Lady Canes, as well as number 5, Alicia Barr will be checking in for Georgia Southwestern. And now, what had seemed like a long break, both teams will finally get to make those substitutions that they've been waiting patiently for. Substitutions for both teams. Checking into the match for Spring Hill is number 13, Sydney Spivey. Checking in for the Lady Hurricanes, it'll be number 8, Allison Rugel, and number 5, Elisa Barr. Spring Hill right back at it, goes to the bench real quick, and a couple of more ladies will be checking in when possible. Number 9, Olivia Odimgwu. And number 4, Reagan Gaudralt. Again, my apologies for any pronunciation error on either of those young ladies. As they wave at the gnats and bugs flying in front of their face, waiting to check in. Lady Hurricanes will try to come up. Here it is. Nope. Nice play by Kira. The keeper, the shot, deflection. Blocked ball. Lady Hurricanes still trying to get a chance to get a shot off. Turning. And this one, I think, is, man, good fight between these two ladies. Both sides. Lady Hurricanes, there's a foul issued. So what about Georgia Southwestern? We'll look at their bullets coming in tonight. Georgia Southwestern, I mentioned they suffered a loss at Middle Georgia on Tuesday. Last year when these two teams met, they knocked off Spring Hill as the road team, 2-1. And now Spring Hill coming into America's looking to return the favor. 1-2, the Lady Cranes trail Spring Hill all time in this series. You see the years they've met, 2014, 2017, and last year, again, the first win against Spring Hill for Georgia Southwestern. Finally get to make those substitutions for Spring Hill. Number 9, number 4, checking in. Substitutions for Spring Hill, number 9, Olivia Odemgwu, and number 4, Reagan Gaudralt. Or Gaudralt, I think I heard him say on the bench, perhaps. Couple of fresh sets of legs in for the Badgers, making the final stretch towards the halftime break, trying to looking to add to their 1-goal advantage. Don't forget, fans, if you haven't had the chance to listen in on our athletic department podcast, there'll actually be a new episode dropping tomorrow. The 1st and 15th of every month, it's the Hurricane Forecast. We'll get a moderator, if you will, or in this case it was myself, along with 3 guests, a couple of student athletes, usually either a coach or an administrator, alumni, community member, you name it. We get a 4th person to kind of fill out our, I wouldn't say a panel, but the 4th person at our table to have a nice chit-chat and discussion. Substitution for Spring Hill. Substitution for Spring Hill, checking into the match is number 11, Sabrina Cruz. The hurricane forecast. The 4 is the number 4, so it's hurricane forecast. You can do a quick search on several of your podcast platforms. Our host of all of our episodes is podcasts, plural, podcasts.com. But you can also find us on Apple Podcasts as well as Spotify. So a quick search on there will get you in, and subscribe to our channel. And again, episodes drop the 1st and 15th of every month. So we're excited to bring you our next episode sometime tomorrow, probably right before the midday. Substitution at that time also was, we were talking there, number 22 checks in. Another substitution for Spring Hill, number 22, Michaela Gamboa. So, not afraid to go to the bench and get some fresh legs in there, and it might pay off for the Badgers, looking to extend their lead, but the Hurricanes will try to perhaps catch them off guard. No luck on that exchange. Keep her up to make the play. Ooh, just needed a little more height on that one. I mean, she might have been offsides, however, but there was a player back, the black jersey on. Coach Rodriguez goes to his bench and will bring in a few players, a few fresh sets of legs for the final 12 minutes or so, depending on when they can get in. And it will be right now. Georgia Southwestern substitutions. Checking into the match is number 3, Jenna Cuff. And number 12, Brenna Mendonca. Georgia Southwestern will be making a substitution at the next opportunity. Number 19 is waiting to check in, and she will get in right now. Georgia Southwestern substitution number 19 checking in, Gabrielle Sansbury. Sainsbury is a junior from Salt Lake City, Utah. A transfer from Utah State Eastern. Well, we talked to you about the keepers. Maybe we'll see how these two teams. There you go. We'll at the next opportunity. Oh, yeah, we'll wait a second. I want a coach to get mad at me. It's pretty interesting. Coach will use this video for a service that tracks the play of the athletes and where they've been on the field and the ground they covered and how many passes, good passes, bad passes, long passes, short passes. It's all charted and off of our video feed, so he doesn't like when I put graphics up in the middle of play like that, even if it's at midfield or in a lull of action. So I can respect that. We'll take care of it, and we'll find the right moment to go outside of it when it gets out of bounds or corner kick type stuff. Hasn't been a whole lot on the corner kick side, though, nor really on the goal kick end of things. Not a whole lot of action in that respect for that. A lot of the stuff has stayed kind of middle of the field or on the sides throughout our opening half as we creep up. If nothing else, we'll cover it maybe in the last 5 minutes of halftime, give you a peek of the comparison of the stats coming in, although we're just a few matches in. Both teams have only played 2, so not a whole lot to report on either side quite yet, as well as a look at the top performers coming into play today on both teams. Points, goals, all that good stuff. Lady Hurricanes, speaking of goal kick, there it is. That'll give us a chance. Yep, there you go. So I mentioned the top performers. How does it square up for the two teams? Well, Corina Soto is the leader so far early in this season for Spring Hill. She has 1 goal and has only taken 2 on goal, one of which has converted in for her. No assist, a couple points so far. And Allison Rugel has 3 points to lead the Lady Hurricanes. She gets the 1 goal and the 1 assist. We'll head back to the action. Marone there to scoop up that ball as it had a little English on it, spinning back towards her as it Came off the foot of the Badger. Lady Canes, can they get there? Nope. She'll kick it back. Miss Kira with the kick back into play. 4.5 to go here in our opening half of play. Pulls up with the left foot. Top shelf just under the crossbar and in the upper left corner. Goal score. Stop the clock, bud. Stop the clock. Bruton Parker, that was our first match. Woo. Spring Hill, let's try that again. Spring Hill, the Badgers now up 2-0 in this one. First half of action. Lady Canes in a big hole. A nice long goal with the left foot that found the upper left corner. Beautiful shot and a beautiful goal. And now GSW with a whole lot of work to do and a half to get it done. Just over a half as we get ready for the for the break here. Let's tell us that number 9. Yeah. Not 8, right? That's number 9. One of the players that had come off the bench, Miss Olivia Odemegwu. Hopefully I got it right on that one. Let's see for her, where does that fall? Well, that's got to be, I assume, her first goal of the year since they only have had 2 goals as a team coming into play today, and now they've doubled that in 42 minutes of action. The Badgers with a big lead here in this one. Again, coming into play today, through their first 2 matches, they had a total of 2 goals. They have found the back of the net. That was a beautiful shot. That was pretty tough work for Marone to make any play on what was an excellent shot off the left foot of number 9 for Spring Hill. Nice hard corner kick that got in front of the keeper. Kicked out. Lady Hurricanes just got to see if they can keep this one from getting any worse before they go into the break and have a chance to regroup and come out with a new fire in the second half. Don't let your guard down here in the final couple minutes. Keep this a 2-goal score or a 2-goal advantage for the Badgers. Ball through. Can they get there in time? Nope. Well, there's still quite a few undefeated teams in the Peach Belt Conference. We'll roll down that over the break or early in the second half. Give you a look at the scoreboard of tonight's action, or at least I should say tonight's schedule of action in the Peach Belt Conference. Whoa. Under 1 minute remaining in the first half. They'll regroup, try to make one more push here in the final 30 seconds, see if we can cut the lead in half. Lady Hurricanes on the attack, far side. There's the cross, but it's kicked out of harm's way quite easily for the Badgers, and we'll see if there's enough time. I'll be counting it down for the folks in attendance. 10 seconds, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. The visiting Badgers from Spring Hill College lead GSW 2-0 at the break. We will get the field set up for our halftime activities. We hope the kids enjoyed. Kids of all ages had a chance to enjoy the water slide. Surges Splash Zone, a big hit again tonight. Great crowd in attendance. Thanks for being here. And if you haven't signed up your youngster for the Surges Squad Kids Club, you might still have a chance if they've got that table set up. If your kid got a wet shirt and you can get yourself a free dry one, that's perfect. And also be a member of the club. Every third event your child attends, they get a free prize. So that's a pretty good deal, and we've already had a couple of matches, and we'll have some up by the end of the month. You'll be walking home with a free souvenir. It's free to join, free. Check it out, Surges Squad Kids Club. If you don't want to do it tonight, there's also a link on our website, a real short online form that you can fill out and get your kid a member of the Kids Club today up through 8th grade, where the membership age of our Surges Squad Kids Club. Am I clear? Clear? Commercial time? We'll head for the commercial break. We'll be back in a moment.
At Zaxby's, there's nothing better than hand-breaded chicken, unless it's hand-breaded chicken with sauce. From sweet to savory, mild to wild, even that world-famous Zax sauce. Whatever you're craving, we've got the sauce at Zaxby's.
Here is where we're from. Here made us who we are. Here is where we learn relationships are worth more than dollars can measure. It's a value that grows over time, strengthens under pressure, and thrives when serving others. We're Synovus, and we're here for our community because we live here too. Synovus, the bank of here.
At Zaxby's, chicken and delicious go hand in hand, as in hand-breaded, hand-seasoned, and handmade to order. There's only one place you can get chicken like that: Zaxby's.
And we're back for the second half of action. Spring Hill 2-0 out in front of the Lady Hurricanes in this one. Let me pull up our first half statistics. Despite a 2-goal deficit, the Hurricanes, looking at first half statistics, Georgia Southwestern actually got off more shots than Spring Hill, but the Badgers, well, they were that much more efficient. 5-3, the shot lead favors Georgia Southwestern in the opening half, but all three of Spring Hill's shots were on goal, and two of them found the back of the net. GSW had one shot on goal. Both sides have had to make one save in the game. Spring Hill's taken 4 corner kicks. The Lady Hurricanes have been held to 1. 4 offsides whistled against the Badgers, 2 against GSW. Fouls are even at 3 apiece over the first 45 minutes of action. Not a whole lot in the stats category for either side, but the biggest thing in this one is that Spring Hill holds a 2-0 advantage. High ball up and just a little too high over the top. Let's take a look at the team comparisons really quick coming into play today. You see the Badgers, again, looking for their first win, but shots on goal, stats very even in this one, as has been the case across today's match. As that ball's put into play, it's just the goals and a little bit on the save. Look at that, save percentage really close as well for both teams as we compare the action of both squads heading into play here this afternoon. Shot just a little off to the right side of the post. A nice turn, a nice look for the Lady Canes. Sorry. And GSW. But again, it's not on your screen, but if you missed it, which is fine, we want to keep the action on the field, but 12 shots on goal, Lady Hurricanes over their 2 matches, 10 for Spring Hill. A couple of assists this season. Spring Hill got their, we'll have to check the stats to see if they got their first assist. But again, they got 2 goals, had 2 coming in. I think we're just a little bit more even. Shots on goal, GSW 12, opponents 14. Spring Hill 10 shots on goal, 20 coming from their opponents. Save percentage, again, super close and very even, 65% for Spring Hill, 64.3% for Georgia Southwestern. Spring Hill keeper has been asked to make more saves than Marone here in the early going. Corner kick coming up. Out of your screen, then she comes in, and the kick into the middle, scrum down near the goal, and Marone falls on it, makes the stop. Good, 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 good. Did we hit all of them? We hit all of them, didn't we? That one, that one, that one, and we did all. Okay. Yeah, we'll get that a little bit. We'll do that in a minute. Friendly reminders coming your way momentarily. Spring Hill on the attack. I wonder if we got anybody. Or how you can search that. Yeah, try clicking on it again. Yeah. Looks like number 12 coming in for Spring Hill. Back in the match for Spring Hill is number 12, Libby Duro. And Geraldine Alvarez also coming in, I believe, for Georgia Southwestern. I know she was a starter for the Lady Canes. This got chance. Breakaway opportunity, left foot goal, diving stop. Past the keeper, no. And it's a goal for the Lady Canes. 35 on the clock and the lead's cut in half. Coach, what number? Which one? Okay, thank you. Georgia Southwestern State University goal scored by number 20, Peyton Johnson. So how about that? The Lady Canes have life here in the second half. The goal scored by Peyton Johnson, the freshman, delivering the score for Georgia Southwestern to make this a 1-goal differential. And now the Lady Canes with some life and plenty of time to get the equalizer here yet in this one. And definitely a more aggressive second half. A couple of close calls already, and then this one finds its way and skirts past the keeper into the goal. Looked like she had smothered it from up here, but it must have just got on her and caught it and kind of rolled and flicked out from underneath her. Back towards the net, she made a nice diving effort to get to it in time before it crossed the line, but could not do so. And now we'll have a Georgia Southwestern substitution as well. Checking into the match for the Lady Hurricanes is number 21, Devin Coates. Well, juke, some nice moves. And now a chance to do it again. I know she was trying to find the runner out on the side. I think that was Elisa Barr. Here's the cross. And that'll be a foul on the Lady Hurricanes. Goal kick coming up for Spring Hill. So for Peyton Johnson, she had 4 shots, 3 on goal coming into the match, but that was her first collegiate score. So congratulations to Peyton Johnson, the freshman. The first of hopefully many Georgia Southwestern goals in her collegiate career. And that one got the Lady Hurricanes back in this match. Strong shot, hops up off the goalie. She'll fall on it. And Babiar's quick to make sure that that one does not get anywhere in the direction towards the goal for a tap in. So, another good opportunity, pretty good look there for the Lady Hurricanes. This one on the near side towards us, it looks like. Oh, couldn't quite keep it in play. I mentioned Peach Belt Conference action. Peach Belt, unlike the men's side, where they have 8 teams, they're now with the addition of Albany State, the Peach Belt Conference Women's Soccer Conference. 12 teams on that side for the ladies. Several undefeated squads yet. Clayton State 3-0, Columbus State 3-0, North Georgia and UNC Pembroke also 3-0 coming into play today. Albany State 2-0. One of those wins coming against Lander. Marone will knock it down and make the stop. Save for Hannah on that shot. Couple of subs coming in. Number 22, number 19 looking to check back in for Spring Hill. Lander 2-0, Flagler 1-0. Francis Marion, GSW both with 1 loss on the season. And Georgia College, Young Harris, and USCA can all sit at 0-3 in search of their first wins of 19. 22 and 19 checking in for Spring Hill. Spring Hill substitutions. Checking back into the match, number 19, Corina Soto, and number 22, Michaela Gamboa. So Soto was the team leader coming into play offensively, so she'll hopefully be a little spark over the final 26 if Spring Hill looks to add to their lead. And Gamboa was Soto a starter. Gamboa came off the bench, but she did see time in the first half. So what was on the docket today as far as matches in the Peach Belt? Francis Marion at Coker, 5 o'clock match. UNC Pembroke at Lenore Ryan, 5 o'clock match. Flagler at Lynn, 6 p.m. the start time there. USC Aiken at Catawba, 7 o'clock. And Wingate at Lander, 7 o'clock kickoff for that one. Again, a thanks to our corporate partners. You saw hopefully a few of their commercials at the halftime break. We thank them for their support of Georgia Southwestern State University athletics. That list includes Zaxby's, Citizens Bank of Americas, Magnolia Manor, Synovus Bank, and our medical partner keeping the Lady Canes and the Hurricanes healthy all season long, Phoebe Sumter. Number 18 looking to check in for Spring Hill at the next opportunity. Number 18, Sophie Bailey, one of the starters for the Badgers here tonight. Go ahead and make the substitution.
Checking back in for Spring Hill, number 18, Sophie Bailey.
Corner kick up and away. There's Bailey in the midst of the scrum. White jerseys everywhere. She's the one black jersey trying to squirt this ball through towards Marone. Kick high up and well over the crossbar. A goal kick coming up. So Spring Hill in search and trying to lock down their first win of this the 2019 season. They were home against Newberry back on September 6th. A 3-0 loss to Newberry, and then again this past, I believe it was Sunday the 8th. A loss to Albany State at home 4-2. So those are your season recap for the Badgers. Now going the other way. Little give and go action. This one, ooh. Could be trouble. Got to get there. Another Spring Hill sub at the next opportunity. It'll be number 4 checking in. Corner kick coming up for the Lady Hurricanes. Number 4 checking in will be Reagan Gaudrolt. Junior out of Jacksonville Beach, Florida. Nice kick in, but there's a sea of black jerseys waiting for it.
Spring Hill substitution number 4. Back in the match, Reagan Gaudrolt. Georgia Southwestern substitution back in the match is number 4, Michelle Gustafson.
Michelle, the starter for the Lady Hurricanes, back in the match now to take it home over the final 20 minutes. Good ball, running it down. Who's going to get there first? Looks like it'll be Emma Carter. Or is that Emma? Rolls to Marone, who makes the play. So we mentioned there's lots of ways that you could follow us on social media. We hope you consider trying at least one of our outlets, our platforms. We've talked about it before with the hashtag, so we'll start with our Twitter account. Check us out on Twitter at GSW Athletics. GSW Athletics is how you can find us on Twitter. That also is our YouTube channel that you're on right now. So make sure you hit that subscribe button on our YouTube channel, lower right corner of your screen, that little white GSW logo. If you are a Facebook or Instagram user, you may have heard me say this, it'll be a little bit different. And you can find us on Instagram at GSW Hurricanes. GSW Hurricanes on Instagram and GSW Hurricanes on Facebook. We try to keep it simple. GSW Hurricanes, Facebook and Instagram users. Twitter, again, as I mentioned, GSW Athletics, along with our YouTube channel. Those are the ways that you can connect with us on social media. Substitution number 13 for Spring Hill, looking to come in at the next available opportunity. Get around it. Here's good. Ooh. Good effort on both sides to go for the ball, and that got interesting. We'll get to make that substitution now for Spring Hill. Back in the match for Spring Hill, number 13, Sydney Spivey. Did we do a sub as well? No, just getting a little water over on this side. Long kick, but off the mark. Little chippy on the far side there in front of a loud and boisterous Hurricane crowd. Couple of subs. Number 8, number 2 for Spring Hill, or excuse me, number 9 rather. The lady that scored the last goal. Substitutions for both schools. Back in the match for Spring Hill, number 9, Olivia Odemegwu. And number 2, Morgan Spivey. For Georgia Southwestern, checking in. Back in the match is number 5, Elisa Barr. This could be trouble. Defense has to get on quick. Does a good job. Lady Hurricanes are back home on Wednesday to host Southern Wesleyan at 6 o'clock. Substitution, yes. Number 16 is checking back in for Spring Hill.
Checking back in the match for Spring Hill, number 16, Joanna Meister.
Senior from Germany. Again, one of, I believe I said 2 seniors that were on the roster. So home Wednesday, that'll be our next broadcast, 6 o'clock, so an hour earlier than today's start time. Make a note of that. But again, if you're watching us on YouTube and you subscribe, you don't have to make a note. They'll alert you when we go live, so that's perfect. Spring Hill today, Southern Wesleyan on Wednesday, and then a trip to Shorter next weekend. Shorter University in Rome, Georgia. Home on the 25th, a week from Wednesday against Talladega College. Ladies will be the first game of that doubleheader against the Tornadoes. 5:30 the start time on Wednesday. So the next 2 Wednesdays, make a note. Number 21 checks back in for the Lady Hurricanes. Just in case you missed it, number 21 for the Lady Hurricanes.
Checking back in for GSW, number 21, Devin Coates.
A native of Dahlonega, Georgia. Devin Coates had just checked in. Back in the match, he had played a little bit earlier off the bench as a sub. Dawson County product, Devin Coates. Six and a half to go. Next 2 Wednesdays, though, that's the easiest way to remember it. Home matches, so that means broadcasts right here on the Surge Sports Network, our YouTube channel, GSW Athletics. Excited to release the podcast tomorrow. We've got a couple of guys. We got the head men's cross country coach, 2-sport athlete, Peyton Sells, who's a baseball player and a men's cross country runner, along with Josh Press, newcomer to the men's basketball team. So a bunch of guys sitting around shooting the bull in this particular episode coming out tomorrow of the Hurricane Forecast, our athletic department podcast. But the following podcast, it'll debut on and drop on October 1st. That one's going to be all ladies, so we're excited to see the panel that our head athletic trainer, Shannon Green Spinolios, has in store. I know Devin Coates, the women's soccer player we just introduced you to. I know she is one of the 2 episodes that Shannon is going to have that'll be nothing but ladies talking about business. And I don't know if it'll be this episode or the next one that'll be in October, but I know Devin is on her hit list to get on the podcast with us. The Hurricane Forecast, F-O-U-R cast, Hurricane Forecast. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or podcasts, plural, podcasts.com. Waiting to check back in for the Lady Hurricanes will be number 3. It'll be Jenna Cuff coming up at the next, and we'll cue her up. And when she checks in, then you can put that up. Oh, looks like we've got a yellow card issued. If that's a yellow, it's supposed to stop the clock. sub being called in, and now you'll have a chance to get introduced to. She had played earlier in the match, but now she's coming back in. Sub coming in for the Lady Hurricanes.
Subbing back in for the GSW.
Number 3, Jenna Cuff. She had her zoomed in, but we missed that one. That's okay. But yeah, Jenna Cuff comes in. You see her bio as she comes in. Hometown for Miss Cuff. Dawson, Georgia, the freshman coming into play. Oh, okay, sorry. 3 minutes to go. Lady Canes trying to find the equalizer in this one. One minute remaining in the match. 1 minute. Well, this is going to possibly be the last push for the Lady Hurricanes. They've got the free kick just inside the corner. They'll set it up. 40 seconds. Still time for a rebound. They're going to bring Marone up from goal. Then to get everybody up there and try to do something. Shot coming in. Into the cluster, bouncing around. Hurricanes down to 28 seconds. Again, Marone came up for that one. Now she's hustling back to the backfield. Just to get a long kick like that, perhaps will they have time to get it back up? Out of 15 seconds to go. We'll do the final countdown. 10 seconds remaining. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And that'll do it for tonight's non-conference matchup. The visiting Badgers from Spring Hill leave with a 2-1 win. Spring Hill picks up their first win of the season, improves to 1-2. The Lady Hurricanes drop to 1-2. Lady Hurricanes are home on Wednesday, 6 o'clock against Southern Wesleyan. Make sure you come back out and support the Lady Hurricanes this coming Wednesday at 6 p.m. We'll see you right back here. Only one match that day, and it'll be the Lady Hurricanes on center stage. Again, the start time on Wednesday against Southern Wesleyan, 6 p.m. We thank you for coming out tonight. We hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Wherever you may be heading, please get there safely. See you Wednesday night. So that'll be it from Hurricane Field. We thank you for tuning into this broadcast. As you heard me give the farewell, I think we just about a full moon out there to start giving us one more extra light bulb to get this thing lit up for the final stretch. Spring Hill, obviously a very happy group of young ladies as they get their first win of the season. 1-2 now for the Badgers, and Georgia Southwestern falling to 1-2 as well. Quick look at the final stats. GSW with a shot advantage, 13-9, but it was Spring Hill who got more on goal. Shots on goal favoring the Badgers, 6-3. Marone with 4 saves. And Babiards with 2 saves for Spring Hill. Should have done the math on that one. Corner kicks, a big edge goes to the visitors. The Badgers with 8 corner kicks, GSW with 3. Offsides, Spring Hill whistled for 4, GSW 2. Fouls, fairly, just about even, but Spring Hill got whistled for 1 more infraction. 8-7, the Badgers with the edge in that category. GSW got a late yellow card, the only one of the match. No reds were issued, and that is that. Lady Hurricanes will lick their wounds and come back for a big match on Wednesday. This is a match the Lady Hurricanes have circled on the schedule, one of their non-conference ones that they'd like to get a win before we start to slowly make our way into Peach Belt Conference play. The next 2 Wednesdays, as you heard me talk about, home matches for GSW. This Wednesday, Southern Wesleyan, the following Wednesday against Talladega. 30-minute time differential. It's 6 o'clock on Wednesday, 5:30 on the 25th. Well, we appreciate you tuning in. Where's that moon? Let's get a shot of that moon as we send it off. You're okay. There it is, hiding up in the distance. That'll be it for us from Hurricane Field. We thank you for making us a part of your Saturday night. We look forward to catching back up with you on Wednesday. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, now's a great time to do so. Click that little GSW logo down in the lower right-hand corner. If you're on a mobile device, you may have to hit the red subscribe button. Your final score from Hurricane Field, favoring the visitors tonight, Spring Hill 2, GSW 1. Until next time, go Canes. Well, thank you and for tuning in. See you Wednesday night.